5. But you know, Zeke Black is in the building. Definitely salute to all those that's been checking. I got a phone call yesterday from OG Coach, OG Kirk DoughBoy. So he wanted to do another interview where he basically just him speaking, so people could just hear him out. His message he was trying to get across was he didn't want big meats and Blue Da Vinci going back and forth. He don't want nobody getting hurt. So you know, I respect that. You know what I'm saying? So he wanted to come back to the platform so he could be clear and definitely clear how he knows them and what affiliations and associations he had because he is from Detroit. Now, backdrop. Shout out to JT Towers. He had posted something on the video that Niche, I guess, wrote his son. I mean, you know, emailed his son and said how proud he was of him and how every Sunday, you know, whatever facilities he's in, he's watching his son on camera play him. So that's dope. That's dope for the coach. That's good for the people. I think, you know, just growing up, man, we all want that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, just think about it. He created a storyline that people are able to see all over the world now. BMF. And you know, definitely representing Detroit, D-Town. And you know, he definitely, like, you know, a lot of people should feel good about themselves that, you know, D-Town is being showed across the world, their history. That's like they show Harlem history, like they show LA history, like they show Chicago history, like they, you know, even Miami history. You know what I'm saying? So that's dope, man. You know, there's been a lot going on the last 48 hours. You know, the situation with FBG Duck and how the Fed snatched up 4 or 5 individuals. It's a dirty game, man. The social media, the social media game is dirty. It's a dirty game. I understand that. You know what I'm saying? They're watching, dude. There's a lot of cameras. People, at the end of the day, there's a million cameras. Dudes are throwing subs. They're putting things in their raps. And putting things in their raps is what's tearing the game up. Now, hold on. Hello? All right, hold on 1 second, brother, all right? I got a couple more minutes. Stay on the line, all right? So that's mainly one of the one of the main things that's going on. So the internet is getting us jammed up. The internet is jamming us up. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, these young boys is young. This is what these young boys do. Everything is online. They're going live after shootings, live after drive-bys, and you know, I just wish the best for the brother that's incarcerated. I peeped something though. It was dope that Nicki Minaj and him went live. They went live on IG, I believe yesterday. And Lil Durk, you know what I'm saying? Lil Durk, he's going through a lot, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, by next summer they're gonna have his name all in this mix. You know what I'm saying? Peace. They're gonna have his name all in this mix. So we just pray for the best. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We're just gonna pray for the best for Lil Durk. You know what I'm saying? Lil Durk. You know what I'm saying? It's ill in shot time because there's a lot of gangbanging out there. There's how we have generational wealth, they have generational gangbanging. LA, generational gangbanging. Dallas, generational gangbanging. New York, we're getting into generational gangbanging. You know what I'm saying? Now, since the 2000s, this is an ongoing thing. We wasn't going through generational gangbanging. So a lot of them, it's those blocks, those corners, those colors, the way you wear your hat. So, you know, we have to be very mindful that when we hear these stories about these young rappers, they're coming from enemy territories, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of times their raps, like you said, if y'all say hip-hop is real and hip-hop's about telling your life story, then you, of course, are going to hear them talk about the ops because that's what people are going to do in their rap songs. You know what I'm saying? If you say hip-hop is about the streets and the scene into the streets, That's like me on my block. If I decide to rap about street hip hop, I'm gonna talk about what goes on in the hood. So that's what they're doing. The only difference is that what they're doing is hurting other people's feelings. So as they're hurting other people's feelings, it's creating dramas, it's creating beats, it's creating shootings, it's creating situations that some people can't get out of. So like I said, man, the only way to get yourself out the mega mix is remove yourself. You have to remove yourself. You remove yourself from the elements. If you don't remove yourself from the elements, then you're gonna be in trouble. You're gonna put yourself in a situation to be in trouble. So when I look back at the Lil Durk situation, you try to come up with this rap game, but what's gonna hold you back is this generational gangbanging. And see, we don't realize that because we're not from these markets. We're not from here. We're from New York, where we got, get the jail situations, a couple of blocks, young boys on drill time. But when you're into markets that this is what they've been doing for the last 30, 40 years, it's a different time, a different temperature. Like I said, that song that King Von made, not from 63rd, whatever he made, to us, we like the song, we go crazy. But we can't say that in Chi-Town. You know what I'm saying? Might get smoked because of that. You know what I'm saying? So we have to be very mindful. It's a different culture. It's a different culture out there. It's a different culture everywhere. Let's not look at it from a New York perspective. That's why I enjoy interviewing people that's from these markets. Let's like the person I'm interviewing today. He's from Ecorse. OG. He was outside with the Flenory brothers. You know what I'm saying? He was out there. You know what I'm saying? He was out there. He was outside. He was in the mega mix. You know what I'm saying? He was there from the beginning. But one thing I've been seeing on the BMF show was, the one thing I do see is that hip hop played a major part. Like they was up to date with their hip hop fashions and all that. Just like he was in New York, sheepskins, Adidas, Gazelles. So we'd have thought because that it was just a New York thing, it was transition all over the place. Like I peeped the scene that sort of caught my interest was in the movie was freestyle music, what they call techno music. From my understanding, that music was originated somewhere in Detroit, the Midwest. It just blew up in New York. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of things that is educational about this show, other than a bunch of brothers that's hustling. A lot of things came out of that, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, we can only tell the story from long distance, watching the Smack DVD, watching this, watching that. But it's best when somebody who's there can give us more clarity. Young Forever's in the building, Avin Chatter's in the building, Miss Playful in the building, Black Magic in the building, the Guards in the building. Like I said, this is a special report Friday joint. He's from Detroit, OG out of Detroit, you know what I'm saying? We can hear him clear now. There's not too much other stuff going on, and this is just what it is. Definitely check out. No, know what I'm saying? We definitely, Harlem definitely played a part to the global, to the global get flyness. We get fresh. Movies like Beat Street help fashion, you know what I'm saying? Hip hop help fashion. Concerts help fashion. But one thing I'm gonna honestly say is that a lot of stuff came out of D-Town. Because yes, Mr. Warbucks. And I can tell now because we just look at, there's money out there, the factories is out there. So where there's money, there's a lot of influence. Like here in St. Louis, we had a lot of factories out here. So when we think that they're slow or they're 2 blocks short of us, nah, they was just like us. You know what I'm saying? Because there was an economic base. What we see now wasn't like that 40 years ago. You had real middle income African American communities in the Midwest. You know what I'm saying? We got grandmothers that own $1 million $1 million houses. That's $1 million houses now. But those communities turned into hoods because of the factories closing. You know, the party ever, gangbanging. It ran people out. Just like in New York City, it ran people out. But for me, but for me, um, we look at the detail. You know what I'm saying? Um, OG, tell the people who you are, bro. Where you from, man?
Uh, hey, brother, how you doing?
How you
Yeah, my
doing?
name is Kurt DoughBoy. Go ahead. Yeah, I know you were about to say, everything straight, so I don't want to cut you off too, brother. But I'm enjoying the show, listening to everyone. But my name is Kurt DoughBoy. I wasn't born and raised, of course, but as a baby, when you see the beginning of BMF, 50 Boys, that's my hood. Those are really family. And we all grew up snotty nose growing up dreaming. And Riz, Meach, Terry, some of the, see, Dexter, Joe Witness. So his parents weren't letting him in the streets yet.
Yes.
So he went on to try to, go to college and maybe play some pro basketball or something. That's deep, that's salsa.
Yes.
But the youngs like, you ain't gonna see him in the film, but he's a player, and that territory is his to this day. Where you see the BMF series started, the 19 Street Boys.
Yes.
So, like the brother just said, Ecorse was really one of considered the richest cities in Michigan. See, Black Americans, a lot of people don't know, it was a striving city starting in the 30s and the 40s and the 50s. Just like you hear about the Oklahoma. But Physical Road was that as well, where doctors, lawyers, engineers, doctors building hospitals, one of the best drama hospitals you got stabbed or shot. He was brought right there on Visitor, right there on the Rue side, which is right across the street from Ecorse.
Yes.
So we had restaurants. We had, when celebrities couldn't stay in hotels, they come there and they stay in like boarding houses instead, and then they go downtown and do the entertainment. They come back to the hood. So Ecorse was a really striving, developing city.
Yes.
And my grandfather was a part of it. And I didn't get to meet my grandfather because he passed in the early 60s when I was born, the later 60s. So I really didn't get to meet him.
Yes.
But he built the first apartment complex, and he built the first grocery store. Wow. Then we had...
what street was that on, brother? Kurt, what street was that on? The grocery store?
This is Visitor. That's 19th Street. That's the corner of 19th and Visitor.
Yes.
That's the building is still standing today, and it's still a grocery store. That's my family built that back starting in the 30s. And what my pop did was build success, but he became also a lending institution. So I have the books and stuff to show half of the neighborhood would come to him to borrow money. See, back then, blacks were working together because they couldn't go to the banks and get no money. They needed $25 or $100, or I just say 25, and you got to really be special to get 100, But back then, 25, you could buy a can of Pepsi, Coca-Cola for 5 cents a can. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So 25 was 100. So I have the legend that my family was a money lender. So my papa was a boss. So he kept me in mind. So that was called a stride. And so Ecorse is really one of the richest.
Wow.
And businesses and what happened, governors, Republicans started trying to change, blacks going to the doctors right up there. Now you can't go to the doctor. This is where all of us went to the doctor.
Yeah.
Beach, Cherry, all of us on Physical Road. That's where our doctors were located, right there. So it was thriving. So Republicans came in and started taking away programs. Yes. Blacks can't go to your doctor. You got to go to white doctors. Now you can't get insurance. So they started trying to shut down our medical part, and doctors had to move out because they couldn't get insurance providers to, the government won't pay what you get Medicaid, they wouldn't give it to the black doctors. So we seen our black doctors suffer. all of a sudden things just started getting bad. You know, now business is closing. You know, the cab stands that we had taxi cab stands, we had all of that. On that one strip, we had it all. And you can go there and get anything you want. And we didn't have, the drugs wasn't really in the hood as much, but you had drinking. Most dude was on the corner was, he was, maybe a wino or something.
Yes.
Other than that, we looked out for him. So, Ecorse, it was a place to be. Celebrities. My mother, if you ever heard of Curtis Mayfield?
Yeah.
When wrote all your soundtracks of Superfly back in the 70s.
Yeah.
Well, him and my mother, he was the first producer, and my mother was his first singer, back starting in 59 and 60. And I know you heard of Martha Reeves and the Vandellas.
Yes.
Well, Martha Reeves was part of my mom's group. Wow. And there was 5 ladies that was really the first Supreme. And Curtis Mayfield, so you would put Google Shirley Lawson and Curtis Mayfield, you started getting the history. So that's my mother. So when she was married, she divorced. Now she had 5 kids, but she dreaming on being a star. Yes. So her brothers and sisters start raising my family. And then we started living with our uncle so our mother can tour. And so I wasn't thought about it until years later, but I was like, had 5 other siblings. So
yes.
I'm like, tell the story how Visitor, how Entertainment, how Barry Gordy, first cousin, which is my auntie married to my uncle Leroy, how Barry would be hanging out with our family. You know what I mean? Because he's there in the hood too.
Yes.
Barry from Motown. Yes. So it was a striving, well-known place. Yeah. And you got, drugs coming in now.
Yes.
Now, you need jobs now. Yeah, you need jobs.
Yes.
Like you see BMF movie, if your family having a little struggle because the house Meech and Terry grew up in, those was really your modern day new homes for black in 68. Because we had one just like that. We had the apartment complex, but we built a house like Meech and Terry. So we all, I knew his layout because my house was built that way. You know what I mean? And that's what the new housing was going up. And to see Meech and Terry's family still buy one, and my family bought one, our houses, that was considered 1968 modern homes. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I knew Meech and Terry layout because their house like mine. And we all grew up together. We all roller skated because where our parents took us to just to get us out the house. So and the roller skate was right around the corner from Meech and Terry.
You know what's funny?
One thing I could brag.
You know what's funny,
Kurt? I was bad at roller skating. In the world. Go ahead, brother.
You know what's funny? Sorry for cutting you off.
Yeah.
Here in St. Louis, I'm not pretty sure the place else is big, but roller skating is big in St. Louis as well. I got here, they said the roller skating thing was popping.
Right. That's right. That was like, you go to a skate rink, and that's where you meet your girl. Yeah. That's where, So I already had girls that liked because I was the best roller skater. I can do things no one else can do. Everybody know. I'm a big guy now. I'm older now. I ain't trying to break my bones, but I was good. I was good because I skated every Saturday from 12 to 5. Yes. From 3 years old. So you're going to get good. That was my recreation. So Mama dropped us all off. So we all watched you, but I was a little spoiled because I had family and money. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I couldn't stand on the corner because I had my uncle Leroy, a police officer. All you gonna do is talk to my pop, and they gonna corner me. Yes. If they warn me, they might knock my teeth out because he knows that he gonna take me off, and they don't want me in jail. You see, and they not gonna let me stand. So I had that kind of family. So I was straight, but my pop did pass. My pop, who was really my uncle, who raised me up from because of my mom's music career. He's really dad. That's all I knew. But my dad is famous too, but he's dad. So, but he passed, when I was 20.
Yeah.
Now I'm watching Meet Your Cherry. They've been in the streets long.
Oh,
They started
okay,
in high school.
okay.
You see? So if they in high school, you gotta want some money. You want to deal with grown up. But me, I can't deal with it. I get my ass kicked in high school.
Yes.
Yeah, I had that kind of parent, so I'm not gonna deal with it. Cause I love money, but I also got to hustle my dad. You know, he got money. You know.
Yes.
So
Yes.
$100 ain't nothing to get. I get on him. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I negotiated all the time. I was like, you know, he can't take it with him when he leaves earth, so I better get my heritage early. You know what I mean?
Yes,
so
sir.
I always had my pop to fine tune it. So to see Meech and Terry and then see some of the homies on the block, they all was in high school.
Yes.
And then I can say,
excuse me, what year was this? What year you say this was about?
We see, you gotta speak up. You know, we gotta speak. This was before '85. This you're talking 80, really. Meech and Terry was in the streets in 82, 83, because they in high school.
Wow.
Remember, me and Meech the same age.
Wow.
So 85, we graduated from school. They was already in the streets 2-3 years before then.
Ooh.
They high school.
Wow.
Are you hear me?
Yes.
So I'm watching my homies and I'm watching people in cars knowing they only got license.
Yes.
That's 18th Street. I'm like, you know, that's Cleveland, that's Dudley, they all know these names. They know because they players, you know, and and Meech, all of them, they was in high school, so I'm watching everything, but I know I can't move.
Yeah.
I'm watching, damn, he don't got no license. Where the hell he get that sweet car from? You know?
Yes.
You know, you remember them trucks came out back in the 80s? You could get them in different colors, but they were sharp. I forgot the Nissan. I forgot what them damn trucks were. Man, they was going up and down the street. I said, these dudes don't got no license, but they blowing because they passing me. You know? So I was the sight, but I can't move because I already know Uncle Leroy, you know, he gonna spank me. So he gonna do something, and I don't feel like going through it. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So I can't just do it. I just have family controlling me.
Yes.
But I'm still young, and I'm watching. I'm like, damn, I'm watching. They got money, so of course I can go on 19. I can always get me some money.
19th Street.
I'm good for it.
Yes.
So I'm that type of kid looking like, damn, I might have to do this because they just looking too strong, get too grown because I had no car.
Yeah.
But I gotta say, I saw the hood getting prosperous, but they know they had no license. You know what I mean? You get 2 or 3 of them. I'm like, damn, and they parking. I'm like, dang. And Cleveland, he know what I'm talking about. He want to know. He's a made man, you know?
Wow.
So to see me, Jerry, they started young. And me, I didn't want my little brother partner. I had a little brother. He just as big as me. I know. And they know who he is, but I don't want to keep talking, you know, because you know me. He might not want his name out there, you know what I mean? But I try to get him out of the game because you can't be in it. Because you could get killed if you owe that money.
Yeah.
If you take too much and can't give it back, niggas might want to hurt you because we just lost a homie. He got killed because his name was Sam. He got killed because he couldn't pay back that loot. And they shot him up. So we do got some devs and you don't want your street home. So really, I was like, dude, y'all too young to be doing it. So I can't lie. When you're high school, you don't want to see nothing happen. When you got nothing. So I was a preacher kind of, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, Kirk he goody, but hey, that.
Yeah.
I just don't want none of homies to die, you know.
Yes.
You gonna mess people money up, then you gonna owe them. But what I saw was they all became good money managers. You see? So me, Terry, this is high school, so you got a law for it.
Oh.
So it don't matter. Go ahead.
Somebody asked a question. Average Chatter. Shout out to Average Chatter. Shout out to 050 trying to Grim in the building. Dream Chasers in the building. Average Chatter says, Zeke, ask Kurt if the show is giving us a close depiction of what was happening back then so far. Like, are there any scenes that touches on like certain parts what happened back then?
Okay, let me share a little bit with you. See, homies in Ecorse kind of getting upset with it a little bit because it's not portraying the story the way it really happened. Because you don't got gangbang yet. amongst each other because everyone is in Ecorse striving to get the customer. So
Yeah.
we now know a lot of that's fiction. That because you can't gang bang, killing, you know what I mean?
And get money.
And still live in the hood because you're going to disappear.
Yes.
So you just killed a home on territory. So that's fiction because you can't gang bang because the source was the man. His name is Wood Harris. In the picture I showed you,
Yes.
I was in a movie. That's Joy Roll. That's a scene me and Joy Roll with Wood Harris, the one playing Meech's playing ED.
Yes.
You know, the actor Wood Harris, that's him.
Yes.
Playing Meech's boss. And I was in Joy Roll the movie, and that's the scene. That was my actual wife. You know, I was acting like I was trick Godfather, so I was shocked to hear some of my people in trouble, you know, so I got to get back, you know. So they gave me a nice little cameo, but I didn't have a speaking part. So that picture is from Joy Road, the movie, with Wood Harris. Yeah.
Yes.
So what I see, what's happening is the story is Southwest, Ecorse, Rurus came together. Okay. Everyone fought for traffic, but no one was killing the kingpin for the traffic, like you see in other parts of Detroit with Maserati Rick, the Chamber Brothers, and the different players you heard the killing spree. Well, this ain't happening downriver because everybody know everybody mom and dad.
Yes.
You see, so when you know everybody, you know everyone lay their hand. Ain't about it's about money. So you only gonna get so many people addicted to it. You see what I'm saying? So, but there's a lot of people partying. Everybody wanted some dope, you know. So I seen wads of money in everybody's pocket. I'm shocked. They had so many people on drugs. Because the hood know each other. You know? So if 19th Street got wads.
Now, question.
Where the whole guy was, I'm looking at all this, you know.
Now, my wife, Southern Belle, she wants to ask a question. Wifey wants to ask a question. Who's supposed to be the dark-skinned, bitter baby father guy that's beating everybody up? What crew is he from, at least?
The show in the first scene and the second, right.
Yeah. Who's that?
To me, that is actually true, and it got a little fiction, but it's true too. But that's the thing with Meech. He ain't told no one. See, remember now, Southwest just got out last, June, July?
Yeah.
So he really, the storyline is already written.
Yeah.
And you know Meech is inside, so Meech is only able to give so much.
Enough information,
He don't really want people to know all of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he talking on the phone. So it is 50 cents, putting the drama fiction with it.
Yeah.
So I know about the Annabelle boys.
Oh, Annabelle, definitely.
They don't want to fight. They were boxers, you know.
Oh.
No one really want to fight them because I ain't gonna lie. I was on Annabelle when I was in second grade. And I had a little girl, I'm kissing on her. Yeah. And I guess it was one of the Annabelle boys. So I don't know what went down, but he speed bagged me.
Yeah.
I know they were fast. They were boxers.
Yeah.
So you don't really want to fight them because their parents made them tough. So that's Annabelle. So that's actually who he's playing. And I at least can't even say that ain't Annabelle. He just ain't saying it himself.
Oh,
Annabelle boys.
Annabelle boys.
Yeah. Because their parents had them probably karate and boxing.
Oh.
In the second grade, I had no fight. I got speed bag. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't even know what he was doing because people had to break it up. But he speed bagged it, so I know.
Yes.
Yeah, and the Annabelle boys later worked with me in the entertainment field. Moskila, DJ from Kilo, who brought Meech and Terry in the game.
Okay.
That was Kilo.
Kilo. Rest in peace, Kilo. Now, who was Kilo, brother?
Go ahead, brother.
Now, who was Kilo?
Kilo is he's Terry age. He's maybe a year or two between Terry and Meech. He's not, me and Meech ain't because we're the same age, so he's like 1 or 2 years younger than us. So he's more like Terry age.
Yeah.
And they all went to school. They went to Southwestern.
Oh. Okay.
So high school kids seeing, you know, it probably was YBI, because YBI tried to come in strong. But the problem is the Ecorse boys, they let them come in. See, you can't come in and walk in physical roles. You're getting put out. You're getting put out. So Ecorse stood. No one can come down river unless you came through ED. I can't make this up. So I don't care if you Bloods, Crips, or whatever. So the storyline is facts, but it had a little fiction. But my man, the Annabelle boys was bullied. I had learned karate from it, so because I want to get caught in Detroit fighting them, you know what I mean?
Yes.
So that was Annabelle. That dude, then he joined Ecorse. That's what they're showing. He ended up, hooking up with the Ecorse boys, and now he might be rivalry, but he was rivalry from the beginning.
Oh,
with the Annabelle boys, rivalry against me and Terry. Yeah.
Now we seen another scene that I seen that was when they went inside the diner, the first one, right? And he beat up on the guy in the diner. And he said, "You must be from Ecorse." Ecorse is like what was Ecorse like then at that time?
Me and this is how Ecorse roll. Now Mikey, I can talk about, but Mikey is really the man. Him and his brother. See, what ED did is he set up brothers. He didn't just set up one. He set up Meech, Terry, Southwest. He set up Mike Poppy, Ecorse, and he also had Marco and his brother Ruru. Those are really your players.
Okay,
and that 12th Street is them. But you did have a younger group, Mike, didn't want Meech and Terry to become the Ecorse, selling customers. And that's probably where they showing that 12th Street beat. But really, they ball was Mike and Pop. We all together. Man, everyone knew I used entertainment to pull gangsters together. So when I did use gangsters to say, look, everybody wanted to be like Barry Gordy. Everybody with money want to start a record company. I'm the only one can bring stars in concert. I became an instant El Heyman on them. You see what I'm saying? So I had my own money. I didn't need them to put up no money. I didn't need Ecorse, Ruru, Southwest, nobody. I had my own money. I had my own connect. I had my own partners. But I can't lie. Jamaican Posse was my partner.
So I had Jamaican Posse.
I had the Jamaican Posse. I had their business from and it started like 87, 88. I had their business from Florida, Miami, Atlanta, Detroit, Windsor, London, and Toronto.
Wow.
So you can see the traffic had to go international. I was the expert knowing how to make that shit happen. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So I'm not Jamaican, but I was that brother who was smart enough to know how to stay out of the radar, because you had to get this product you had to get it from Florida, because that's where my base. And I'm number 2 down there, but we had to get it to Toronto. You got to go through international customs. You see what I'm saying? So,
allegedly party people. You know what I'm saying?
So I was playing, but I couldn't tell the hood, because that's gonna start a rivalry. You see what I'm saying? But I was doing it bigger than Meech because they only had Detroit plug at the time.
At that time, yes.
So I had money, but I like entertainment. I want you to know me as an entertainer, not as a street person.
Yes.
You see, because I want to go places. I'm not competing with Detroit gangsters. What I did was I got the Detroit gangsters to pay me $90,000 a year to do promotion for them. And then I contract Public Enemy and different. I even one was given the entire area of Rakim to him in 1990.
Wow.
That was me. So all these problems, more money, more problems. Now I'm shining like new money, not knowing I'm fucking with Meech and Terry. This is where the funny part comes, because entertainment trumps drugs. I don't care what it is. And they seen it. Because Kilo he was just an upcoming street rapper.
Yes.
But now he's touring with Public Enemy. He's about to go out with every Rakim. Now all the girls following him, see?
Yes.
And when the girls, I don't care if it's Meech, Girl Talib, Fat Mama, Flavor Flav in there with him, different players, all of a sudden Kirk is the man, but Kirk got a problem.
Yeah.
These dudes, girls is getting banged now by my man, you know? But he told me how Lisa wasn't one of them. But she's really his best friend. You hear me now?
Yes,
so
yes.
I know that's where me and Meech conflicted.
Yes.
Because he is hot now. He don't know his heart is in his girl Tali. That's really where his heart was at the time.
Yes.
And now I might be breaking up, bringing this celebrityism, taking my homie who really was a gutter nigga. He wasn't a thug, he was a gutter nigga. But he's a Frank Sinatra of the hood now.
Yes.
That's Kilo. The boy can rap. I mean, it's tracks on him now that that I found out, but no one released it because they iced my brother. But Meech and them got tracks on this brother. You know?
Wow.
So it is sound, but they're not gonna add it to the soundtrack for some reason. But my man, I know 50 boys, girls, a lot of them self Tali, that's Meech's girl, and I'm gonna say Terry's girl. But the rest of them, they'll get banged up, you know, because they was throwing it out, you know. But Tali said she wasn't. Are you with me? So that's going to bring some animosity with me and Meech. Yeah. Because I'm doing so. Meech know the entertainment ain't no joke. Yeah. He watching it change his heart with his girl. And I prayed I didn't help, you know, lead him that they want to break up. But it did play with his heart, but he don't know. It caught up with me too and my baby mama. See, you can be strong with entertainment still. You can have a Jamaican as your partner. Don't mean the rest of them is my partners. Yeah. We just associates. Yeah. So they seeing me, I'm not Jamaican. I'm the one with the talent. That stars really come to see me. You see what I'm saying? So even the niggas don't have a plug like I have it. So I got the stars coming through because I'm building promotion for the hood, for Ecorse, for my hood. Yeah. For Marquis, I'm building his promotion, but I'm using talent. But what I'm trying to put out there is, even in my situation, I got a baby mama. I wanted to keep away from it. You can't mix stars with your women because they all starstruck. Are you with me? You see? And my baby mama, I just happened to be dating a girl from 15. She was 21. I can't lie. So she's old. So she seen me with nothing and coming to something. So when she seen me with all this loot, now her sister, husband, family look good to her. Are you with me now?
Yes, sir.
Yes. He had his problems. I had mine because of entertainment.
Okay.
So I got to laugh about it because I've been there so long, done so far. I don't really care about that. I just know a wedding came up and no one told me. This Jamaican dudes, y'all all, I don't care what my partner do. He ain't spending no money. He getting it from y'all motherfuckers. He got y'all thinking y'all gonna make some money. So I know my man ain't spending because he got his boys to put up 10,000, 20,000, 30,000. You know, so I think all the niggas so they're part of my entertainment company, but you're not. You part of the other, but you ain't part of my entertainment. But I shine like new money, but I got caught up because my girl been with me since I'm 15, so she seen me with no money. And then also she seen me with money, but now to make it look good, see? So I think to have a bodybuilder do, they sicked on him. So, but the problem was, Kilo went to jail. I won't say me sent him, but me had a police. He got stopped by a police officer, and he got 6 years. And he already said he think that was me. And then we see this in the film. So I said, damn, we should have left that shit out because that brings back memories. You see what I'm saying? Because it happened to Kilo. Now he's 6 years. He gone. 6 months later, I'm in jail. Now the making the turned on me and made me an international hitman. I can't make this up.
Gotcha.
I was stuck in Canada in jail, not knowing how I'm gonna get out.
Now I want to ask you two things.
You're proving it.
I want to ask you two things. But I'm going to put the geographics. From Detroit, you can get to Canada. There's a bridge go right across from the waters. It's right by the Great Lakes, I believe. You go right across the water.
Southwest Detroit.
You go right, and I believe you're like in the Toronto area somewhere, like Toronto on the other side.
Yeah, with that bridge connects you to Windsor.
Windsor,
so
gotcha.
Windsor, Ontario.
Ontario,
that's really all your traffic come through Windsor, or the trucks will stay on the highway to go to Port Huron, which can cuts over, then it gets you closer to Toronto.
Yes. Now the
But
second.
the international bridge to Canada.
Yes.
Definitely is Detroit Ambassador Bridge and the downtown tunnel. That would be where the Renaissance downtown. It's a tunnel that goes underneath the Detroit River. That's right.
Now the second
That's
thing.
right.
Now the second
Go
thing
ahead.
is somebody. I shout out to Hot on Far Rock 22. He's on IG. He got the throwback pictures, and he posted something yesterday. This might be a little off further down the line, but he mentioned that Meech had a beef with a guy named Beast in Detroit. Was that a real issue? Like that's why he went down south, or was that just word on the street?
I'm gonna tell the truth. If a person is beefing with Meech, and this is the truth, if a person is literally beefing with Meech can have a nigga killed instantly from the hood. Ecorse boys for the devil.
Yes.
So if there is a beef, that ain't what drove Meech and Terry
To Atlanta.
to
Yes.
Atlanta.
All right.
They did it because they entrepreneurs. They know how to change the game. They went down to see something new. You know, you with me?
Yes.
But I believe that this is how I see it. With Terry, see, the perfect beat is where we all, that's right there on 4th Street in Southwest Detroit. That's where we all hung out. Ecorse, Southwest, and that was our neighborhood bar. So everyone hung out at the perfect beat. But at the perfect beat, Terry standing outside, minding business, crowd leaving the club. But, you know, and that the Wax Action Dre was like the #1 DJ. He's my protege. He was with Kilo on these tours, but he became a big old radio personality.
Yes.
Wax Action Dre in Detroit. So he's a DJ on radio. So he's DJing, but when you play that hype Master P stuff and you hyping it, people outside want to fight. People want to prove themselves. But, you know, Terry was standing around and guns shot fired.
Oh, okay.
2 people got hit and Terry got in his leg. So I'm assuming that Terry realized people taking cracks out. They waited to the crowd, you know. So they did leave not too long after that.
After that, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, brother.
So I'm assuming, I want to tell you back here, but I gotta say, I'm gonna guess 94, 90. They started between 90. They started hitting Atlanta about 94, 95. You just didn't hear because they started to promote parties. But, you know, they get their name. It started at 90. It started around 90. I got to say 95, 96. And Dexter was the promoter of getting the place ready.
Yeah.
That was old salsa, see. He was actually the one really managing the parties. And that started like 90. Yeah, those parties that y'all hear about started about 95, 96. So that's me throwing parties to be recognized, you know? And then one of the heights you heard him throwing up the money. But it started like 95.
95.
Yeah, in Atlanta, yeah.
See, you putting me on. You know what I'm saying? It's all educating me because I'm like, woo. So the third question was average channel said how has Kurt been in contact with Meech lately? If so, is there anything he could tell us about Meech's current feelings about the series and how he's being portrayed?
Okay. Meech is about his crew, okay? He ain't gonna call me because of Marquis. I ain't gonna lie, you know. But what Meech did share with me right before he got arrested, I was standing there. He knows me. He'll come from a party. He'll come outside. He'll be at a club. He'll come and see, you know. He do give me that opportunity. We talk. So that's when Meech was when he first, before he got arrested, he came to me to tell me about Jeezy. And then says, you know, he telling me Jeezy's one of his artists. And he even told me the percentage he was, man, I just laid that out, you know, that's his business. But I knew Jeezy got signed with LA, I believe that's Arista. That's the first album. So Meech really supposed to eat from that album. I do know that. And I do know there was a little conflict because Jeezy and I don't want to pay what he promised. Are you with me?
Yeah.
So Jeezy know he got to pay my man definitely some good loot for those albums because he executive produced it because LA just didn't sign him. He had to get executive producer, that was Meech.
Yeah.
Okay, so he had to use paper to market and promote it and advertise it. And I know that paper got to be no more than $1 million. Okay, so LA, being the president of Arista, gave Jeezy his first album.
Yeah.
You know, but it was your boy Meech. So those are the things we talked about. He always made sure he let me know he was the man in the entertainment field. You see?
Yeah.
So contacting me or anything else, he did not want me to try to redress a grievance like I did. I went to do him first. See, I can reach them just by talking too much. Like I might reach them now. Maybe I'm talking too much, so I won't get someone's attention. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he know it's me. He know I'm Kurt from Ecorse. He know that I want to help. But again, he's the stubborn one. See, he ain't gonna let the Ecorse nigga have too much power because if I help him out, I got power. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Meech be biting price. So Meech ain't gonna be calling me on any, but he needed to just say, let me listen to Kurt. Because Dexter listen. You see what I'm saying? That's why I'm on Dexter ass. I'm saying, dude, if your mama is my secretary telling you what to say in a letter, dude, pass the word to your homie and said, quit telling Kurt not to help. But Dexter firsthand learned there is a way to reverse it so you can communicate to that judge.
Yeah.
There's a law that gives citizens right to ask your representative if you legit or not. People don't know. The Constitution is really to check your representatives. Y'all just didn't know that. So when Dexter wrote that off, the judge called choked because he knows he's in trouble. You got this mob people. You about to try to put them away. You trying to get them, and all of a sudden Dexter get out special. I mean, he got out like the mob sent a message to Judge Cole to let that boy out, and he knew Meech and Terry can follow if they do the same thing.
Yes.
But Meech is stubborn, see? He ain't gonna let Ecorse boys have too much power. He done seen me in action, but now I'm more power because now I got the judge letting you go. But it's the truth. You gotta understand something. The secret society run this shit.
Yeah.
You hear about the Masons?
Yeah, there's a bunch of them in the Midwest.
I'm part of the Department of Defense Masons.
Wow.
Okay, I got men with guns and weapons that will supposed to come to my rescue if I ever have an issue. So my lodge is part of the union section of the Department of Defense. So I have power what I didn't even know I had, but I've seen it over the years, so I practice it. So when I became a Mason, I started my own lodge, and I ended up part of the lodge out of the Department of Defense. So I got secret society men that got my back. Are y'all with me now? So that's what secrets is. Now that's mob too, but that's organized mob. That mob don't get caught up if they murder somebody. You see what I'm saying? Or we set up someone. Everything's supposed to be moral, you're supposed to be righteous, and you're supposed to be helpful to your community. And that's really what this oath is about. So I try to tell everyone, don't look at streets as a way to kill, maim, destroy. You don't have to. It's all about paper.
Yeah.
And keeping the thugs on the KKK side, putting you in jail for life and taking your paper. Those are Nazis taking your paper. Those are Nazi KKK taking Meech and Terry's and putting them away. That's Nazis and KKK taking away Larry Hoover's rights. Are y'all with me? They there in government. And they waiting for brothers to shine so they can rob you and steal you like anything else. So you can reverse that when you understand what cartels are doing. And I started understanding that when I was accused of being a national hitman.
Now I ask you a question. I seen a part not going off of that what you were just speaking about. I seen something in the show last week, and it said Fonzo's food cart. You know what I'm saying? And how they actually linked into the auto industry with the how they started getting money at the factory. And it was a unique plan.
You know what? I know it caught your attention. You said it to me behind. We talked before we came on to try to make sure, because the goal is we got a comrade still in. And we don't want to implement I don't want to say things, keep him in, because he got to come home because he's the only one stuck in. But at least we know. At least he know. So before I answer that, I'm going to answer it right now. Then I'm going to play something for you of what we talked on your last show about why he took a plea deal. I knew why he took a plea deal. He didn't want to go to court. We're talking meet your terror. They don't want to go to trial. So they're going to have to censor themselves anyway. But how they do it is artistic, and that's why my man's coming on. Because he's telling us, and when talking to about P. Diddy, no one caught that. But he's telling you, when he asks you about taking a plea deal, he really answered. He said, why do I want to go to court when, of course, they don't have no evidence on me? They don't have none of that. All they're going to do is get a witness testimony. It only take one to find me guilty, and I do life, and I will never get out. So he already knew, and there was a brother who claimed he fed Meech and them over 500 birds. So he knew he had to duck him being on the stand. So he was going to take a plea deal, and that's probably why it took so long for the trial to start. Okay? So that's why I'm telling y'all, fuck what my man said. Nobody was going, because my man didn't want to go. And I was going to play it for y'all so y'all can hear from the horse's mouth. He didn't want to go to trial either. So he don't care what Blue was going to say. Because Blue don't want to go to trial. He don't care what Dexter. He was scared of Dexter. We're talking to me. Was scared of Dexter. I knew out everybody in. So when you hear all that, he concerned, but he want to make sure his money ain't in no trouble. You could tell he was trying to get the money out of his hand. That's because he don't know, nigga, why you get out and nobody else? You turning on me? So he don't want to spook Salsa, that's it, but he really concerned. How are you out and I'm not out? You see, and Salsa wasn't telling them all why he got out. But I know the secret side helped him. You see, but he could have helped his other homies who would believe because the nigga's out. So now you gonna come in, you gonna start. I don't care what. I hope Salsa hear this shit. And he already know. I stop at his house today, niggas, we friends, but other than that, niggas be real. Quit trying to get Blue hurt. He jealous of Blue. Blue shining like money still. You see? He didn't get that opportunity to be right next to me the way Blue. So why you putting so much effort? Because he's jealous, dude. He don't want to see that brother with all that, and then, you done cut him out. I'm just reading through the line. So I wanted Dexter to chill. And I'm the one who said, if I helped you, nigga, chill, because you already know what I can do. And I'm not worried about you here, because we family, but nigga, I got answers too. So he know, he's shocked, but he know I'm a powerful dude. He knows it. But I'm not going to use that against you. Chill so he won't be fighting Lil Meech. You don't want that. So what I'm trying to, why I want to come to show is to squash that shit. Because I want to prove that Meech wasn't going to trial himself. That means he got an alibi now, because another motherfucker who he said he didn't do business with claimed he gave him all his dough. Because he caught up on some shit. And he cut the deal with the Fed. So Meech got a drug he don't even know. He said, I don't know this motherfucker. But he claiming to give me all my dough. So that's who he was really battling. That he gonna testify if he went to trial. See, he ain't want to worry about what Blue gonna say. He wasn't even worried about if Dexter. He don't. All the motherfuckers that got 5 years or less, they all taking a stand. Because they all agreed to tell what they do.
What they do. You know what I'm saying?
You see? So if the boss is telling what he gonna do, so is Blue gonna tell you what he do. So I don't care who plays who on paper. You need a vote, you need an audio of Blue saying what he's saying.
What he's saying.
Anyone can put some paperwork together.
Yeah.
That's because they're trying to pit people against people. Yeah. So all that Dexter doing ain't doing nothing but instigating violence when there ain't no violence. So I wanted to prove to your audience, and then I'm gonna play it, and then we can go back to where the food truck is. That's something I would have done.
Yeah.
So that was secret. So I'm gonna say that's true because me blew up.
Woo!
He had to come out of the hood. He had to go to other parts of Detroit. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
But he didn't want to let the Joy Road boys, who big time, he ain't gonna let the Plymouth boys, that's Stucky. I know y'all heard of Stucky, doing life in prison. Well, proof comes from Stucky camp. And Bazaar, D12, which is 50 Cent's label is shady. That means Eminem brought 50 Cent into the game. So 50 Cent want to learn about Kurt DoughBoy? Just go to Bazaar in D12. He know all about. He know I'm the man back then. He know I was bringing all the Public Enemies to Windsor because they all based on opening up for my shows. All them young cats want to open up for Public. They all followed me. So just say Kurt DoughBoy concert in Windsor. That's all. He gives 50 Cent anything he want about me because I was doing it. But I was doing it because I love celebrities. I love public, you know. And I was doing it with the people back then. And I wasn't personally with Flair because rappers will bang and girls, star problems and all this. I can't have all that, you know. But making money, bringing them town, that's all I wanted to do. They can go home. I wasn't trying to be friends with, because I caught hell with X-Clan. You know, X-Clan, I was behind X-Clan when they first came out. I know y'all heard of X-Clan, that's y'all in New York. Brother Jay, just say Kurt, he don't know me as DoughBoy because I didn't tell him about where my money was coming from. But Kurt was his go-to. Sonny Carson. They were well known. I was Sonny's right-hand man. I was the one, when they got signed with Island Records, 4th and Broadway, Sonny connected with me to begin to promote them boys. Those me and Sonny was the one. I know y'all heard Sonny Carson. Yeah. So those are legends. But I was 23, telling them what to do. But I didn't want them to know me as a baby face because I looked even the skinnier, you know. But they gave me access to power. Y'all might have seen Vice President of Island Records. Well, he was also behind X-Clan. And I always had access because I was setting up my boy Marquis to be signed. Because I'm promoting X-Clan music, the heed to the brother, the promotion. I was behind that. I brought them to Detroit. I set up Chicago. I set up different places. So they push. I'm using my money, but I'm really pushing Kilo from ED Camp, which is the 50 boy. I'm pushing him, but I'm pushing X-Clan at the same time. So all of that is that's what my entertainment was doing. So I know y'all heard about X-Clan. Yes. Now, we did fall out over, they don't want my girl. Lumumba could not resist my girl. He could not understand why he can't come. It was like New Jack City. So Lumumba had to do, he's dead now. He can't come on and defend himself. But he know what's up, you know. He's offended. So this is what I want. I'm in New York, but I'm promoting y'all boy X-Clan. I'm promoting Public Enemy. I'm doing all these things because I'm promoting Marquis. So Marquis happened to be Kilo, who brought Meech into the game. That was him. That was his uncle that he had to talk to his uncle to talk him to work with these kids. Are y'all with me now? So Kilo bridged me. Kilo bridge Southwest T, Kilo bridge Big Meat. He was the reason why we all probably were doing what we doing because we believed in him. Wow. You see? So he was the force that made me want to go into the entertainment as strong as I did. Because if you go big, you come on something with your new protege.
Yes.
And then when you drop that single, you know. So I made him look like a star, and then the girls, and that was it. But that's Kilo. Kilo was the bridge.
Wow.
Kilo was the bridger, got me want to do concert. Kilo got vegetarian want to do sell dope, and so on and so on. He made it happen because he bridged us all.
Yes.
And when the bridge is disrespected, and you don't want to come to me about it, because I could have fixed it. You know, I go in depth with Kilo for $1 million a plot because he's valuable. He can give Tupac and Biggie a run for their money. The boy was artistic like that. He just kept getting bad breaks because the cliques that helped, we formed around him. That's why I can talk. If I'm respecting him and he touched my life, I know he touched Meech and Terry's life. Why not celebrate this brother and not watch his brother die? You see what I'm saying? Because he bridged us. That's why you keep hearing Kilo. I don't care what about it. One beat over here for Kilo. Are you with me?
Yes.
So I don't care who listening. That's my mate, man. That nigga was part of my godfather. We were the BMF Buzzy Siegel cartel. That was Buzzy Siegel helping me build an entertainment oasis. And that brother lost his life like Buzzy Siegel. And we were the Buzzy Siegel cartel because we thought like Buzzy Siegel. We knew entertainment. We want to build shit. That's me and Kilo. So when you hear about a birth, the bridger was Kilo.
Yeah.
And I don't care how many stories is told. If you don't take care of family, you end up caught up. And I'm glad everyone understands that brother brought us all together. And we all know to respect one another. So I'm going to play something to demonstrate outside of me bragging on Kilo, because he bridged everything. I don't care. That's the brother that made me want to do what I do. Made me spend all my money trying to promote his ass. I'm losing money because I'm spending too much money. But I love radio because of him. I love hearing his name with the stars, you know. So I'm going to play something. Hold on one second.
Is it copywritten? It's not copywritten, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to play something. Meech is talking about his taking a plea deal.
I got you.
Okay, it's 11 minutes. I want to play the whole thing, but I don't know if you got 11 minutes. But I can play the whole thing.
Play it half. We're coming back on tomorrow. We're coming back on tomorrow. Play like 2 minutes of it, and we're going to play the rest tomorrow.
Okay, good. He really talked about P. Diddy. He never know P. Diddy wasn't connected. He said nobody was. He said he was doing the dirt on his own. He just knew everybody. So
play the audio, good brother.
Okay.
Big Meech, plea deal, recording. It's deep, man. Hope I'm getting better at my interview because y'all be saying I over-talk people, so I'm just trying to get there. I'm just trying to get to the destination, the location, the zip code. Shout out to St. Louis. Shout out to the whole Midwest. That's where I'm at right now. You know what I'm saying? It's a different lifestyle. It's a different way to live, a different way of life. And I'm just catching on. You know what I'm saying? I'm learning this. I'm a student to all this. And it sounds like they had it together, man, out here in the Midwest. You might have heard murder capitals and bodies dropping, but when it came to that bread, man, there's a couple of good players that came out of this. You know what I'm saying? I'm learning right now. Like, woo, this is bigger than the chicken spot on Quell Robin Street. You know what I'm saying? In Albany. You know what I'm saying? Definitely shout out to my crew, the OSB Gambinos, to be posting one of my pieces of content on their page, the On Street Boys in Albany. They've been around since 1987. That's Big Meech. That's meat.
Entertainment, but the entertainment he wanted to do to get out of the game. You know what I mean?
And that was Big Meech.
That was Big Meech, right? That was him talking on. Cause they were trying to connect Puffy to him, you know. But he let them know, no rapper, 50 Cent. But he went out of town at that time. But it wasn't no Puffy. They came to him for celebrities, but he didn't include them in those streets. You know, so he tried to explain that they didn't have nothing to do with BMF. You know what I mean? So I'm about to play. Started 3 minutes. It should 4 minutes. This is when he's talking about taking his own plea deal because he asked him about the plea deal. So let's see if we can you can hear it.
Hold on. I gotta get ready to go tomorrow. Kurt, tomorrow we under. You gotta start from the top tomorrow. How you got that?
Huh?
How did you get that?
It's actually people interviewing him, and I happen to go through it, and I'm like, yeah, this is what I can show my people because it's me talking about the plea deal. See, his concern was the motherfucker claiming 500 birds or more are going to testify against him. He don't want to go to trial, you see? He wasn't thinking about what Blue gonna say. He wasn't even thinking about what all of his boys.
That's his voice.
Them on the stand.
But you know, Kurt, I never heard that interview before. This is the first time I've ever heard a recording of me speaking about any plea deal.
Right. So I had to. That's why I've been knowing about it for years, but I just wanted to. But we seen this Blue versus Love Me. No, you get people hurt now. Because you got fans of BMF.
Yeah.
And when you get fans, you're going to get people killed. We ain't having it. You feel what I'm saying? So if I can squash it, I'm going to squash it. My man didn't want them other kingpins trying to blame it all on him.
So he doesn't have a beat. So hearing that recording, but we're gonna play everything tomorrow. Hearing that recording, he doesn't even mention in that recording an issue with Blue. He's talking about, I'm not tied to him, I'm not tied to him.
At the end of it, he's saying Blue is his man, and he's the second over BMF Entertainment. He's saying he's the president. It's in the recording, but you don't want to play the whole thing.
Oh, we're gonna do it tomorrow. Tomorrow we're gonna do it. Tomorrow we're gonna play the whole thing. Now the whole thing is
talking. So if you can get it from the horse's mouth, that's what is saying who gonna snitch.
yes. He in jail saying this. But I ain't gonna lie, this is the first time I've ever heard this recording. So who the hell who threw it out there?
Found his voice saying the same thing.
Yo, Kirk, man, we're gonna get busy tomorrow. We're gonna play this recording.
Right.
We're gonna play this recording from the
So I
top.
had to close with this to let everybody know it ain't about me. It ain't about Blue. It ain't about me trying to be hard. It's about BMF, and not everybody can be a BMF. You know?
Yeah. Five. But you go, this is so deep, man. But you know, I gotta get ready for work. Kirk. Tomorrow we are on with the full. Because I never heard the recording. I swear to you, I won't be able to find it.
Right. You hearing it from? I see these are homies. These like brothers to me.
Oh, somebody that was just okay.
We talk about each other. We even want to blame each other. At the end of the day, you fuck with me will fuck with you. You see what I'm saying? If you want heels, because they gon' squash it, because they know me. You see? So that's how Ecorse really are. We gonna look out for one another before we cut each other. The movie is fictional. We're talking about we rivaling because we really looking out for each other.
Yes, it was all peace between the crew. Money-wise, Ecorse, Five, and Schaefer. When it came to the bread, there was no killing amongst each other.
That's right. And we are the ones, when Salsa said, everything in line with smoke and screen ain't lying. The ones running it was from Ecorse, Southwest Detroit. We were the brains behind it. That means you got all ED's people keeping him right. So if he got 100 too many, he can send it to Ecorse. Are you with me? If he got 200 too many, he can send it to River Rouge. He can do it.
Gotcha.
And no one will fuck with that buy it. Because he had key players who willing to say. So everyone ate from that table when it got bigger and bigger and bigger.
Boom. Now check it. I have to go to work, Kurt. You gotta leave it right there. You gotta leave it there.
Was this live? We're still live, but we off.
Now they're about to be off for the second. Your party people, I gotta go to work. Appreciate y'all for the Bell Average Chatter. We had a recording conversation that we just heard Big Meech talking about his plea deal. This is crazy. I never heard it before. This is real. With that being said, party people, I appreciate y'all. Gotta go to work. James Kills is popping, was popping. We in the building. We gonna see y'all tomorrow morning. You heard? I'm gonna do this on the roof. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? That being said.